Hello, everybody. We're live. Thank you for the one. I already have a like on the video. Thank you. The Canadiens played tonight against the Los Angeles Kings, and it was a pretty good game. My apologies if I'm just a little quiet tonight. I have my nephew over, and he's currently sleeping downstairs, so can't talk too loud. But the Montreal Canadiens went in and they played the Los Angeles Kings. And as you can tell by the title or by looking at the board, which I doubt any of you can read the board, it was a 3-2 victory for the Canadiens. Of course, as always, I'm going to go through the board first, and then we'll get to the game stats. So Jonathan Drouin is now our leading point scorer with 7 goals, 8 assists for 15 points. Tomas Tatar, 5 goals, 9 assists for 14 points, overtakes second place. Third place, Brendan Gallagher, 7 goals, 6 assists, 13 points. Shea Weber, 5 goals, 8 assists for 13 points. Max Domi, 4 goals, 8 assists for 12 points. Yoel Armia, 6 goals, 4 assists. Philip Deneau, 5 goals, 5 assists. And Jeff Petrie, 2 goals, 8 assists, all for 10 points. Arturi Lehkonen and Nick Cousins, both with 2 goals, 5 assists for 7 points on the season. Nick Suzuki and Ben Schrott, both with 3 goals, 3 assists for 6 points. And Nate Thompson, 1 goal, 5 assists, finally gets his first tonight, spoiler alert, for 6 points. Victor Mete, 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. Paul Byron, 1 goal, 3 assists for 4 points. Jordan Wheel, 2 goals, 1 assist for 3 points. Same with Jesperi Kotkaniemi, who is currently out with an injury still. Mike Riley with 3 assists. Christian Foley and Brent Kulak, each with an assist. And Cale Fleury and Ryan Paling with still 0 points, sadly, for the rookies. Record now goes to 9. Hey, Spotlight Hockey, how's it going? Record is now 9-5-3 for 21 points. We're second in the Atlantic, tied with Toronto. I originally had third, but on the NHL site it says we're second, so I went with it. I assume it's because it's alphabetical. And fifth in the Eastern Conference, so that's pretty good. Last game, obviously. Habs did play great tonight. I'm obviously going to get to that, but they definitely played great tonight. Power play is 11 for 59. Not too great, but it's decent. We'll get to our power play tonight. Penalty kill was 41 for 57 tonight. We still have a great penalty kill, I find. The Habs still have a great penalty kill. Home record now increases to 5-3-0, so we've yet to lose in overtime or a shootout at home. And our away record is still 4-2-3. So we're technically still 500 on the road, or above 500. Just a moment, and then I will get into the notes that I have for this game. Also, just to let you guys know, in case you are wondering, the board has been changed up a little bit, and that's because I've gotten studio markers. Originally, I was literally just using this black marker, this one that came with the board, but today I was able to get these small little studio markers, and so I decided to put them to use and redo the board. I think it looks good, aside from the fact that some of the names are jumbled. And Kotkaniemi kind of has his numbers under his name. Avs are tied 2-2 Jackets. Thank you, Spotlight Hockey. Avs tied 2-2 with the Jackets. Last time I saw the Jackets were up 2-1 actually. All right, and now I will be able to, and it looks good. Oh, thank you, Spotlight. I'm glad that the board looks good. My poor little attempt at a Habs logo probably doesn't look good, but I personally think the rest of the board looks good. I was going to use blue and do the outline and whatnot, but it's kind of a too dark blue. It's not even really. It's pretty much this color. It comes off a little different on camera. Off-topic hockey comment here. KSI Logan Paul rematch is happening soon. Who do you think will win? Well, it's apparently happening tonight, I guess. I want Logan Paul to win just to see how KSI's shitty fan base reacts. If you're a fan of KSI, that's perfectly fine. You're not one of the shitty ones, but all the ones that are, I'd love to see how they react. But in terms of who gets beaten up more, I guess KSI for the win, but just to see how many excuses he makes and the fan base reaction, I'd love to see Logan Paul winning. Just see how let down KSI's fans are. So with that out of the way, I'll probably be expecting about 1 million views tomorrow for me talking about KSI and Logan Paul. Who knows? I might do a second live stream clickbaiting people about the fight and do a live reaction. I don't know. Maybe. I probably won't be able to find any streams of it, but who knows? So with that out of the way, or at least seemingly out of the way, unless you want to talk about it, then of course we can talk about it some more. But I'm going to get into the Habs game. If there's any comments in the chat, which if you're watching the VOD later, you should probably click open chat unless you're on mobile, which sorry, but I'll be reacting to chat as it passes by. And any comments that are commented, I will listen. I will look at them because I don't get many comments. So if you want to comment on the video, that's perfectly fine. Go right ahead. For now, I will get into the Habs recap as I usually do. So before the game, and I'm going to keep this up as much as I can, the lineups. They passed by really quickly, so I had to actually look them up online, what the lines are. But it looked to be Joanne Deneau Gallagher on the first line, Byron, Domi, and Armia on the second line. So Tatar moved down to the third line with Lehkonen, Suzuki, and Tatar. And then the fourth line being Cousins, Thompson, and Paling. So it seems they're going to try Paling on the fourth line wing. It seemed to do well tonight. I mean, he didn't get a point, obviously, as you can tell on the board, but he played well tonight. I think Paling definitely played well tonight. Of course, Thompson played well and Cousins played well, as you can tell. They got a point tonight each, so technically combined for 2 points. And then defensive pairings, we were back to Mete Weber, Sherratt Petrie, and then Kulak Fleury, Mike Riley. Not Mike Riley. Is it Riley? Well, I guess it is Riley. No. Wait, why the hell do I have Mike Riley having 3 assists? Unless I messed something up. Oh no, Fleury was playing. Oh, maybe I don't know. I guess Fleury got an assist tonight. Riley got an assist tonight somehow. I'll probably look it up and find out it was like Fleury that got his first point, but I put Riley. I'll leave it there for now. But Kulak, Fleury are the lines for the night. I'll get into why I don't like Kulak being on defense tonight. And, of course, Price is in net again. So Byron gets a good chance in the King zone. It's early on, but he's not able to get it passed over. Julian Planty, yes, 4 go Habs go. Go Habs go, baby. A 3-2 victory. That was an intense game. That was absolutely an intense game. And, we have 21 points now. Did Domi score? Domi did not score. But he did get a point tonight. He did get an assist. I believe he got 2 assists. I'm not 100% sure, but I know he got an assist for sure. But 2 people did score. You may be wondering, why is the score 3-2? Well, a certain somebody, if you didn't watch the game, someone might have gotten 2 goals, as we will find out very shortly. Mete with a good chance as well. He seems to be getting more into that. I don't want to say the goal scoring side of things, but he definitely is taking more shots, and he's definitely more confident on the puck now that he's gotten not only his first goal but his first 2 goal night. If this pattern keeps up, he's gonna have a hat trick in the next game he scores. Big Rocket Webby, Daddy Webby, exactly. Julian Planty, Big Rocket Daddy Webby. With the 2 goals tonight. I'll spoil it now because most people watching this more than likely have read the description. If you haven't, no problem. But if you have, then you obviously know already. Big Rocket Daddy Weber with 2 goals tonight. For the first time in a while, I can genuinely say Shea Weber played amazing tonight. Grandfather, yep. The older man. But Shea Weber definitely played very, very well tonight. And I'm very happy to see him on the board, not only with 1 goal, but 2 goals. He scores 2 tonight. And I even said after the first one, Shea Weber continues to score goals that aren't empty netters. And which is funny because he was out there when the Kings pulled the goalie with like a minute something left. And I was like, Weber's going back to scoring empty netters. But sadly, he didn't get the hat trick. It was not 4-2, as you can tell. Ironically, my viewer to like ratio is 3-2 right now, so I appreciate the consistency. Would you love to see Fred Gertner from the Leafs on the Habs? I believe I've seen quite a bit of him. Gertner, yeah, I would really like to see him on the Habs. I would. He seems like I'm pretty sure he's defense. I'd like to see him with the team. I'm gonna look up his name really quick. Defense, I'm pretty sure he is. Is he a defenseman? No, he's a right winger. Oh, okay. Okay, no, yeah, true. That actually does make sense. I'd like to see him on right wing. I personally find that he's 33 on Leafs. Okay, yeah, thank you, Spotlight. I mean, with the lines we have with Paling centering or being on the right wing on that fourth line, we don't necessarily need a right winger. But looking at it, if we have to give up someone like Cousins, I don't know if I would do it. But if we're giving up someone like, let's just say we're giving up Wheel and Kulak and say a second or so, something like that, then or maybe a third or fourth, then yeah, sure, go for it. Get Frederic Gauthier on the team. But if it's just like if you have to give up a prospect, I wouldn't do it. So I would like to see Frederic Gauthier on the team. Plus, he's from Laval, so he's got that Montreal connection. Not sure if he was more of a Quebec fan growing up. Probably didn't even watch the Quebec Nordiques because he's like 22 or something like that, 20, 26. But yeah, I'd like to see Frederic Gauthier on the team personally. Philly won over the Maple Leafs. I'm not happy to see that, honestly. I am happy because it means we're not third in the Atlantic. But as a Leafs fan, I don't think that the Leafs lost. At least it was in overtime. I mean, it would have been better if they did lose in regulation, just for the fact that I'm a Habs fan, and of course we would have been solo at the second in the Atlantic, rather than being tied with Toronto. Then Maple Leafs won. No, Maple Leafs were they were down 2-0, I believe. Came back 2-2, and then overtime or a shootout. It was wasn't it Couturier who got the game winner, I believe. I thought you were a Philly fan. No, the only thing I like about Philly is that they have Claude Giroux, who apparently can play any position, and Gritty. Gritty is just the best mascot ever, and don't try to fight me. I love UP. He's number 2, but Gritty is absolutely number 1. I got to get to these notes. Habs are playing very well in the game. They got good chances. But it wasn't many shots for either team. 7 minutes in, I think it was like 3-4-1, 3-3, I think, something like that. And then they showed something where Blake Lizotte, I believe his name is. I didn't exactly catch his name. And Ryan Paling, they're playing each other after being teammates for I think it was St. Michigan or something like that. They played together, and this is their first game playing against each other. So that's pretty cool. And then Cousins and Thompson get an amazing chance in front, but somehow Quick is able to make the save. And I put somehow because his save percentage going into tonight was just garbage. I think it was something like an 859 or something like that. Yeah, old teammates. I believe it was an 859 or something like that. Or it might have been for both LA goaltenders. But Price was not good coming Price. Knock on wood. Quick was not good coming into tonight, and he probably, I would think this changes, and I think he plays better in the next coming games. Montreal power play, a hooking call. It's on Jeff Carter. Habs get a great chance with Domi, Weber, and Drouin, but Quick and the LA defense are able to stop it until Shea Weber gets his 100th power play goal, and it's from Max Domi and Jonathan Drouin. So Drouin and Domi getting an assist tonight. He's not super quick this year. Julian, you're lucky I don't block you for that. I've made that before, and oh god, you're clever. You're clever, Julian. I gotta bring you on the channel. Oilers play tomorrow against the Ducks at Duck Stadium. Who you think will win? You know what? Just because I want, let's just go with the Ducks because Duck Stadium. That sounds pretty cool. Well, I can see the Oilers going in and taking it. Julian, no, just that was bad, but don't delete it. Everyone has to bear witness to that. But I can see the Oilers taking it in Duck Stadium. But I think the Ducks should probably win. I think that'd be a good game for them to win. So Shea Weber gets his 100th power play goal. He bats his own rebound out of the air and into the net. From what I saw, apparently, or from what my dad told me, because I saw him score, but I didn't exactly see how he did it. And then 15 seconds later, it's 2-0. Nate Thompson scores his first of the season. It's from Arturi Lehkonen and Tomas Tatar. So Tatar, I believe that's the point. I believe that's the point that gets him his. I don't know. I think he got another point tonight, but if it's not, I'm just gonna say it here. But the point that pushes him into second overall on the team for scoring, and that's honestly awesome that we have we have 8 guys on the team with 10 or more points. That's great, and 2 of them are defensemen, Weber and Petrie, and plus this is pretty much our top 2 lines. These are pretty much, that was a great pass by Lekin and getting it over to Thompson, which he all he has to do is really just bat it into the net, and he does that great, despite it being his first of the game, first of the season. Yeah, it's not his first of the game. Don't get me wrong. It's Weber, Big Daddy, Big Rocket Daddy Weber that gets 2 goals tonight. But Nate Thompson, hopefully with his first, hopefully he's able to score some more. And now that means Mike Riley is the only guy with more than a point that needs to score. And the funny thing is he was scratched for Kulak tonight, who didn't play the best tonight. We'll find out. But yeah, Nate Thompson from Arturi Lehkonen and Tomas Tatar. A BRB check on an score. All right, Spotlight. Cool. The Kings go to the power play. Suzuki for slashing, and the Habs are able to kill it off. But the Kings do well in the power play, despite no goals. What do you think of Suzuki's game? I think Suzuki, while being young, I believe he's 20 or 21, he's playing very well. I believe I said, oh no, it was Fleury. Damn it. Suzuki, he's been playing well. At first, he was off to a bit of a slow start, not having any points in the first, I believe it was 3 or 4 games. But once he got his first point, he's been getting better. I honestly think with Suzuki coming up the way he is and Tatar playing the way he is, I think that all but confirms that the Canadiens absolutely won the Pacioretty trade. Suzuki, I think, can absolutely be a top 3 guy. I believe he's right wing. He's a centerman, or he was centering the third line tonight. I'm pretty sure he's naturally a winger, I believe. But whether he's centering or he's on the wing, I think he can absolutely be a top 3 guy in the next 2 years. Given we don't trade or somehow Drouin, Deneau, or Gallagher or Domi fall out of the top 3, then I think Suzuki definitely slips into that spot. But if they don't, he's definitely a top 6 guy. He's definitely on that second line. And honestly, I could definitely see Suzuki putting up 60 points in a couple years when he knows his way. Obviously, he knows his way around the ice. But once he's like 100% confident in himself, I can absolutely see Nick Suzuki getting 60 points in the season. Wow, yeah, I'm big on Canadiens. Some people are probably gonna call me biased for that, but I don't know. I just call it like I see it. I can absolutely see Suzuki being a 60-point scorer, which is funny enough something I do not see Tatar doing. I believe he had 50 points last year, I think. But yeah, Tatar, Pacioretty 15 points this year. So he's got one more than Tatar, but if you combine the two, it's 20 points between the two of them. I think that's still pretty good. Pacioretty is doing well this year. Don't get me wrong. I love Vegas. I love Pacioretty. Okay, I don't like Pacioretty. I enjoy Pacioretty. No, I don't love Pacioretty. I like him. I enjoy his play. But personally, I do think Montreal won that trade. Tatar, Suzuki. Oh wait, 13. Oh wait. Oh God, I really hope. Yeah, we did win the trade. I really hope I didn't mess up and say Tatar has 14 points when he has 13. I really hope he does get that other point. Okay, I'm pretty sure he does. I'm really hoping I don't mess up the totals again, because if so, I'm going to be really mad at myself. The Habs are back on the power play with Austin Wagner for a tripping. Weber scores his second, and I believe I did mess up those points, actually. Weber scores his second of the game, seconds into the power play. It's 3-0, a great slap shot. And who's it from? Jonathan Drouin. So he breaks the tie with Tomas Tatar, becomes the Habs' leading goal scorer, and Nick Cousins, who gets his 5th assist of the year, ties with Arturi Lehkonen. That's a pretty good power play goal for the Canadiens. They get 2 power play goals, both of them scored by Big Rocket Daddy Weber. And our power play is getting better. We're still not. No, you're right. Tatar 14. All right, perfect. Thankfully, I'm really happy I'm not wrong about that. But yeah, Tatar being with 14 points already in the season. I I think Julian Tatar, Domi, and Gallagher are definitely going to get at least, I would think, 70 points or so. Personally, I could absolutely see them getting at least 70 points, and I'm going to go as far as to say Julian and Domi are point per game. Tatar, Gallagher, I could see them probably being 60, 50, 60 points. Gallagher, I could definitely see him getting 40 assists probably. But Drouin and Domi, I think, are absolutely going to be point per game. And I'd even go as far as to say Drouin probably 90 points, 90 to 100. 3-2 Abs are winning. McCarr scored twice in the second period. Nice. All right, thank you. Thank you, Spotlight. I appreciate you giving me score updates on the Abs and Blue Jackets. That's a good game to know with the way the Blue Jackets have been playing. Kings with another power play. Cousins goes to the box for an interference, but the Habs are able to kill it off. 2 shorthanded shots on net for the Habs, though. Not able to score on it, sadly. And X-Nordiques, exactly, the X-Nordiques. Julian, thank you. That's great. Do you see Habs going to the playoffs? Yes, absolutely. Okay, I'm not gonna say absolutely, but I can definitely see the Habs going to the playoffs if they keep up playing the way they have now. I think they have the depth. They have the goal scoring that they need. I mean, you look at it. Drouin and Gallagher with 7 goals. Tatar, Weber 5, and Deneau with 5. Armia with 6. Mete starting to score again. The only guys that aren't scoring are these 5. It's defensemen that have not scored in Riley, Foley, and Kulak, Fleury, and Paling. But Paling, I hope it would give the young one so much. Yeah, it definitely would. It would give the young guns like, look, who's young on the board that hasn't made the playoffs. I don't think Deneau, I'm pretty sure, was with us when we made the playoffs in 2016. Suzuki. I would argue Mete. I don't think Mete was with us in that last run. Kokiniemi, of course. Fleury and Paling. The Habs really do need to make the playoffs. Honestly, I think if we miss the playoffs this year, Claude Julien is done behind the bench. I like him as a coach. I really do. But I think if this season we somehow miss the playoffs, even if it's by, say, 1 to 2 points, knock on wood. Oh, yeah, true. Domi's never been in the playoffs. Sadly, he's kind of been in Arizona. I don't mean to pick on Arizona, but that's just a fact. They never went to the playoffs with Domi, sadly, which it would have been great to see Domi turn to a goal scorer in the playoffs, but then we wouldn't have had him. I digress. Even if the Habs miss the playoffs by, say, 1 or 2 points, I honestly think Julian's done behind the bench. I got to get going. I'm passing out here. Nice stream. GG to Habs. Go Habs. Go PS. Go Oilers, go. Love McDavid and the Oilers. Go Oilers, go. Spotlight Hockey. It was great having you here. Go Habs, go. And enjoy your sleep. Thank you, Julian. Great stream again. I appreciate it. Oh, same here. Oh, all right, Julian, you're going to bed as well. My 2 commenters are going to bed. That's perfectly fine. You guys go to bed. Enjoy your rest. I'm sure you'll both be able to catch the rest of the VOD tomorrow since I always leave these up. So yeah, you two have a good rest. Great, enjoy yourselves. Back to the board. At the end of the first, it's 3-0 Habs. The shots are 17-11 for the Habs as well. I'm sure it has been a tough week, not only with the Habs games, but I'm sure any work or anything else. It should be dozing off pretty soon. Jeff Petrie goes to the box a minute or so into the second period. It's a tripping call. Anze Kopitar scores. He scores on the penalty kill, or on the Habs penalty kill. Makes it 3-1. Al Iafallo and Blake Lozado. So Blake Lozado gets a point tonight. Ryan Paling does not. So far in the season, technically, Lozado is better than Paling in the season. And then Tomas Tatar with a nice chance, but he ends up fanning on the shot, which really sucks, if I'm going to be honest. And the Habs played great so far. Fleury gets a nice chance on net, but Quick is there for the save. Cale Fleury almost got his first NHL goal tonight, and if he did, that would have been amazing for the young kid to score his first point that way. Just a moment. All right. So back here, my apologies for the delay. I was just messaging a friend who wanted to update them about my whereabouts. So where was I? Oh yes, Montreal power play. It's Carl Grenstrom. He goes to the box. It's a high sticking. Habs not able to do too much. The Kings kept sending it out of the zone, and they're able to kill it off. And while they do so, they get shots off late in the power play. Kyle Clifford then goes to the box for a high sticking. It's 4 minutes because of blood from Petrie. Habs power play again, as I said. Weber gets a great chance at the hat trick, but Quick's just barely able to stop it. And the first minor ends. Quick with a fantastic save on Armia from Domi and Tatar. Armia should have 7 goals tonight. Jesus. So should have had his 7th tonight. But he somehow didn't. And Weber's really looking for that hat trick. He's not able to get it. Kings kill off both minor penalties. And honestly, if Weber had gotten that hat trick, that would have been amazing. That would have been awesome. He would have been tied for second rather than third in Habs goal scoring. And honestly, that would have been just awesome seeing Weber get a hat trick tonight. Because I like Weber as much as he is overpaid because it's a bad contract. Philly specifically designed that to be a bad contract for them to take on, and the Predators not to accept, which obviously ended up doing, and now he's in Montreal. But come on, Shea Weber, he's starting to pick things up. If he keeps this pace up, he's roughly point per game. He's on pace for, I believe, about 70 or so points. Obviously, he's not going to get 70 or so points. If he somehow does, that'd be great. But if he does somehow get 70 points, that 10.5, that I believe it's 6.5, 7.5 million, looks a little better than it really is. Though keep in mind, every year that passes with the cap going up, that price tag does look better, given the cap is going up, and it's like, okay, there's cap room for so and so and whatever, you know. And it's like, oh, we don't have to get rid of Weber just yet, or we're not getting rid of Weber absolutely because we have this much cap space, you know. So yeah, thank you for the third like, whoever that is. I really appreciate that. Kyle Clifford. I already put that. Excuse me. Going into the third, it's Habs 3-1. The shots 25-21 with Canadiens. I got to be honest, I didn't pay too much attention to that second period. It was a good third. It was a good second from what I've seen. A lot of Habs power play. Sadly, not able to capitalize on it, but the Kings did score on their power play. And going into the third, it's Habs 3-1, shots 25-21. And then Lehkonen with a great chance, an amazing chance. But Jonathan Quick with an excellent, I believe it was a toe save while he was on his stomach. Well, if it isn't the big boy himself, DDT Regulator. Welcome back to the stream, Mr. Moderator, man. Are you talking by any chance on Discord? Because I might have. Well, thank you for that ear rape, Mr. DDT. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to my notes. If Mr. DDT says anything, then I'll be sure to let you guys know. But Kulak playing very bad. He had 2 turnovers, 2 bad turnovers. The puck on a stick. Shut up, DDT. Which explains how they're second in the Atlantic and 5th in the Eastern. That the Habs suck apparently. Kulak played very bad. 2 turnovers. Take him out for the next game. I put Kulak just the fact we scratched Riley for him. That's not good. Riley has 3 assists. Kulak only has 1, and he didn't prove that he needs to be on the roster still. I absolutely think Riley should be back in the game next game, which I believe is Tuesday. I believe it's Tuesday. I'll have to look it up. Flexing with that watch, eh? Hey, DDT, you know I am. You're the first person to mention the watch. So took long enough. Price has played amazing in the game so far. He made some big saves when needed, and Quick is really keeping this game as 3-1 rather than what could have been possibly 7 or 8-1 at this point, honestly. And I gotta say, if it's a 7-1, 8-1 victory for the Canadiens, that really sends a statement out. Because honestly, Weber easily could have had 4 goals tonight. Lehkonen could have had 2 tonight. Drouin could have had one tonight. There's a lot of players that could have had goals and assists tonight. I honestly think Weber could have been our goals leader. He could have had 4 or 5 goals tonight just himself. He could have added 2 or 3 more. I personally think. Where am I? All right. Drouin Domi with a great speedy chance. He gets a breakaway with just over 12 minutes left. Quick start for the save though, and then Ben Hutton goes to the box for an interference. He's trying to clear the net. I don't necessarily agree with that call, and I know the commentators didn't either. I really can't agree with it. He's just trying to clear the net, what defenders are supposed to do. For some reason, takes an interference call. And there's a crazy bounce in the Habs zone that could have ended dangerously for Price. And I've said I'm never a fan of this. He comes out of the net to get the puck. I always say stay in your crease, let the puck come to you. Don't go after the puck. Don't go chasing the puck because the ice anywhere could be bad in any specific spot and you don't know until it's too late and it's in the back of your net. And the Kings are 3-2. Thankfully, it didn't end that way, but still it could have been. And the Kings are able to kill off the penalty. They have a majority of the night. And then I put Price, Carey Price with an amazing save on Kopitar. He keeps this a 2-goal game. The crowd went wild. They started chanting for him. It was crazy, which of course naturally means because Price is doing well. Blake Lizotte scores his first NHL goal. He gets 2 points tonight. Makes it a 1-goal game. And I put hopefully Price doesn't choke this one away for us. This game is getting more and more tense as it goes on. And honestly, I'm glad it did. It would have been kind of boring just seeing Price, the Habs dominate this game. If it was 7-8-1, I would have been happy as a Habs fan. But as a fan of someone who loves good, intense hockey, this was a great game tonight. And Jonathan Quick makes 2 amazing saves on Suzuki and Cousins, who could have made it 10-1 at that point. And honestly, like Cousins and Suzuki, they would have had 8 points. If they probably would have had 8 to 9 points tonight, had Quick not been in and the backup been in. I forget who the backup is for the Kings. I haven't checked in a while, but they pulled the goalie with about 1:30 left. That's when Weber was on the ice, and I made the remark, "Oh, it looks like Weber's going to go back to scoring empty netters," but sadly he didn't. And it's amazing play by both teams. Price and Quick were able to hang on, at least when Quick was in net before they pulled him with 1:30 left. Habs able to hold on. Carey Price hangs on. Canadiens win it 3-2. Final shots are 37-33 for the Habs. So they kind of let up in that third period, but it's perfectly fine because the Canadiens come out on top. Habs win. And I think that's going to do it for me. I'm going to get right out of here because no one seems to be commenting in the chat right now. I'm probably going to get going. So yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share everything, which includes but is not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Shea Rice. Wow, leaving already? Shut up, Mr. DDT. I've been here for like 30 minutes. Where have you been? Where have you been? Sucking on some carrots? You stupid pecker. Well, I don't know. I can meet you in Discord if you want. Once I'm done the stream, I can end it in like a minute if you want to meet back there. Yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Just shut up. Stop breaking the immersion. The links in the description. My Twitter, the immersion that we don't know each other on Discord. My Twitter and my Twitch. I don't use my Twitch at all right now until I figure out how I can stream without it lagging like crazy. My Twitter I use very, very seldom, only when I really want to comment on something that I see as popular or in the trending tab, and it's just like, I can give my thoughts on that. My Amazon wishlist is also in the description because I'm not old enough to have a PayPal, so that's the only way you could support me in that type of way until I do get a PayPal. It's not recommended. It's not required. It's recommended at the end of every video. Technically, it's not required for me to support you, to like you as a fan. But if you do, cool. That's fine. That's great. My moderator Jesse got me this HD webcam off my Amazon wish list. So if you want to do that, feel free. Go ahead. Thank you a lot. But if you don't, perfectly fine. If you enjoy the streams, thank you. Enjoy the streams. And my letterbox is also in the description. That's where I rate and review movies. I mostly rate them. Shut up, Mr. DDT. That's where of course, I'm getting an influx of viewers now that I'm about to end the stream. I probably should, Mr. DDT, if you're view botting me, that's gonna be great. Don't view bot me. Like, I gotta say this, YouTube, I'm not view botting myself. I don't know if anyone is. I got sub botted the other day during the Habs and Bruins stream, but yeah. My apologies if you're joining late. You can watch the VOD. That's about to be posted, I think, because I'm about to head out of here. I just got to finish my intro. My letterbox is where I'm going to is where I rate and review movies. I mostly just rate them. Some of the times I give a review. I recently reviewed Joker on there. Spoilers if you don't want that, by the way. But yeah, my letterbox, my Amazon wish list, my Twitter, my Twitch, that and so on. Subscribe to my Puff Club. My name is Harris. Hey, are you streaming live Habs games? Randy, no, I don't actually stream the games themselves because that's copyright and I would get in trouble with the NHL if I did that. But I usually stream after the Habs games. Live reactions, I do those sometimes. I just did it for Habs and Bruins because it was a rivalry game, obviously. If the Habs make the playoffs, I'm probably going to do that for every game. But I think when there's big matchups like Habs and Leafs, Habs and Bruins, Habs and Knights, apparently, because that seems to be a big comeback trend. I'll probably do Habs and Bruins, Habs and Knights, apparently, because that seems to be a big comeback trend. I'll probably do that, if anything. So, yeah. That's going to do it, guys. Subscribe to my Puff Club. Subscribe to the HD Club. Again, shout out to my moderator, Jesse, for getting me these dope-ass webcams that I've been using for about a month now. Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to my other moderator, DDT Regulator, who joined the stream in the last couple minutes. I should probably unmod him for not being in the streams, but I like him enough to not do that. So, yeah. My name is Harry Rice. Thank you for watching. My name is Harry Rice. I messed up my outro so much already. My name is Harry Rice, and I am out. Peace.